All right. So you're in a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. I've been making a concerted effort to switch the way I cross my legs. So I'm going to invite you to do the same. If you always place your right leg in first, switch it up and place the left leg in first. And if sitting cross-legged doesn't work for you, you don't have to. You can choose to sit with the legs fully extended out in front of you. That's more comfortable. The important thing is to be comfortable. Can you still hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, those of you who I can't see, I'm going to assume that you're good too. All right, so go ahead and close your eyes if you'd like, or you can keep your eyes open. You can place your hands facing down to feel more connected and grounded, or if you're feeling connected and grounded already and you want to be more open, palms facing up. Choice is yours. So take a deep breath in through your nose, fill all the way up. You're going to hold the breath, and then I want you to exhale strongly through the mouth. Push all the air out. Let go all the frustration of this COVID-19 stuff. Just take a big breath in, fill up, and exhale. Feel your belly contract. Feel that air leave your lungs and come out of your mouth as you exhale. So do it one more time. Big breath in. Good. And now breathing in and out through your nose. And noticing as you're sitting on your block or on your yoga mat, whether your sitting bones are equally weighted on your mat, and if it feels as though you might be leaning forward a little bit. And if you find that there's a lean, I want you to adjust yourself so that the shoulders are right over your hips and your chin is parallel to the floor. So you're sitting up nice and tall and your neutral spine is present. And continue to breathe deeply and fully. Breathing in and out through your nose. That same idea of filling all the way up, pausing, and then exhaling fully. Very nice inhale, open your eyes, sweep your arms around and up. Bring the palms to meet, and exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Just pause here for a moment and set an intention for your practice and for your day. And allow that intention to guide you through your practice this morning. Take another big breath in, sweep the arms around and up. Bring your palms to meet. And exhale, bringing your hands to your heart, sealing in your intention. So open the eyes once again. If you did close them, move the block or whatever prop you've got off to the side and extend both of your legs out in front of you. Just readjust so that your sitting bones are grounded, toes and your knees are pointing up and your legs are at hips distance. Or maybe they need to come a little bit wider so you can sit up nice and tall, or perhaps bending the knees. Take an inhale, bring the arms up. And as you exhale, you're just gonna hinge forward into a forward fold. Doesn't matter how far you get into the fold, you just wanna feel a gentle stretch along the back of your legs and the lower back. You can let the head drop. Big breath in, fill up. Big breath out. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Last one here, big breath in. And exhale. Inhale, slowly roll up. And exhale, let it go. Make your way onto your hands and knees. So I'm really close to my wall. So if you see me doing weird things with my arms, it's just because I'm next to the wall. Don't do the weird stuff, okay? Come onto your hands and knees, moving into your cat-cow. Fingers spread nice and wide. You want your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And you can tuck the toes under for a little bit more stability. Take your inhale, lift your sitting bones in your heart. Exhale, round the spine. Keep going. Breathing in and out through your nose, moving with your breath as much as you can. Feel free to shift forward and back and to the side, as I normally like to encourage you to do, just so you warm your wrist up a little bit. Maybe even go through some shoulder shrugs. Just getting the shoulder joints all ready as well for your practice. Good. Couple more, and they're going to slowly start to come back to center into a nice long neutral spine. So from here, come back to center. We're going to go into moving opposite shoulder to knee. I say shoulder because I don't want you to think of just bringing the elbow to your knee. So I want you to tuck your left toes in if they're not already tucked. Slide the right leg back. Keep the toes on the ground for now. Take the left hand and place the back of your hand to the back of the head. You're going to take a big breath in, float the right leg up, and as you exhale, bend the knee and bring the shoulder, the left shoulder, to the right knee. You're rounding the spine, and then inhale, float the leg up behind you, come back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back. Okay, you've got 6 of these to do. When you get to number 6, I want you to hold it in the center. So really try really hard to get your shoulder across to the knee. I want you to feel your abdominals working. Think of your cat pose here. So round the spine a little bit, pull the ribs in, pull the belly in, pull the navel into the spine. When you get to number 6, you're going to hold that crunch position. So you're going to bring the knee in, shoulder across, hold it here, squeeze, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Right over to the second side. Left leg shoots back, right hand to the back of the head, big breath in, float the left leg up, and now exhale, go ahead and squeeze. Inhale, extend, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, extend, exhale, squeeze. 3 more. Inhale, extend, exhale, squeeze. 2 more. And squeeze. And the last one here, hold it in. Get it in there, get it in there. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold it for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Release. Find extended child's pose and make it an active child's pose. So tuck the toes under. Arms are nice and long. You can come up onto your fingertips. So it's like you're clawing the fingertips into your mat. You're pressing the toes down and you're squeezing the belly in. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Big breath in and a big breath out. Press the palms down. We're moving into a modified half series. So where we inhale, pull the body forward into a kneeling plank. Exhale, lower into your chaturanga. Inhale to push yourself back up. and exhale to sit back. My arms were really long there, so just adjust if that's the same thing has happened to you. Inhale, move forward into your kneeling plank. Exhale, lower into your chaturanga. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, sit back. Good. Let's keep going. Inhale, move forward. Strong, strong, strong chaturanga here. Make sure you pause, press back up, and sit back. 2 more. But on the last one, we're going to float the right leg off. And then when we're pressing back up, we're going to come up into downward facing dog, or into 3-legged dog. So here we go. Inhale, shift forward into the plank. Exhale, lower into the chaturanga. When you press up, now take the right leg up and back for 3-legged dog. Good. Now step the right foot to the top of the mat by your right hand. Once you get your right foot in place, let the left knee rest. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, pause here. Take the right hand to the left wrist. We're moving into a side bend to the right. Take an inhale, lengthen out of the waist. And exhale, pull yourself over to the right. Stay here for a full breath. Hug into the midline. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, rest the left hand down. Kickstand your left foot off the mat. We're moving into gate pose. So sweep the right leg back. Push down into the left hand to stand up. Left arm comes up. Moves over to your right for gate pose. Hold it here in your gate pose. Big breath in. Big breath out. If you need to, you can stay, you can go into side plank. That's where we're going to next. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, plant the left hand down. Shift the body weight forward so the shoulder stacks over the wrist, and I'll bring the right arm up into a modified side plank. A little bit of rotation happening here. Take an inhale, nice long spine. As you exhale, dive the right arm underneath the left. You're going to follow your hand as you go. Try not to let the hips and pelvis move. Inhale, sweep the right arm back up towards the sky. Exhale, follow the hand, dive it underneath the left armpit. One more. Big breath in, reach up. Exhale. Inhale, come back up to the modified side plank and take the right hand to the right hip. Float, just roll back into that plank, that weird plank, and come back into extended child's pose. Let's keep it simple. Pause here. Arms are long. You can tuck the toes under. Bring it back to active or semi-active child's pose, but this time, rather than being on the fingertips, keep the palms down. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhaling into plank. Exhaling into your chaturanga. Inhaling to press back up to the plank. Exhale to sit back. We're going to do 2 more of these before we float the left leg off and come into the 3-legged dog. Inhale forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push back up. And exhale, sit back. Good. So here we go. Shift forward into the plank. Lower into the chaturanga. Press back up to the plank. Float the left leg up. 3-legged dog. Left foot to left hand. Right knee rests. Make sure you're at hips distance. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, pause here. And now the left hand is going to grab a hold of the right wrist. You can inhale, lengthen out of the waist, and exhale, pull yourself over to your left. Stay here for a full breath in. Inhale, lift up a little bit more. Exhale, maybe draw yourself a little bit further to your left. And then inhale, lift back up to center. Exhale, plant the right hand. Get ready to kickstand the right leg off. You're sweeping the left leg back and then pushing yourself up into the gate pose. So the left leg is straight. Take an inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, lean over to your left. Hold it there. Good. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale through center. Exhale, plant the right hand And now you're moving into the side plank. Left arm is reaching up. You shifted the body forward to stack the right shoulder over the right wrist. Inhale, be expansive here. Exhale, move into the rotation. Left arm dives underneath the right arm. Hello, Rocco. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, press the left foot down to give you more stability and press the top of the right foot down as well. Inhale up. Exhale, dive under. Take an inhale, come back into that side plank. Exhale, plant your left hand. Come back to that weird position and then pause for a moment in child's pose. Take a big breath in your child's pose. Big breath out. Inhale, lift up, move forward into plank. And exhale, find downward facing dog. Come up super high into the balls of your feet, bend your knees, lift your gaze to your thumbs, and you can jump or step to the top of your mat. You can land as loud as you want because I can't hear you. But I know that you're gonna land softly. Feet at hip distance once you get to the top of your mat. I want you to bend your knees a whole bunch and start to place the weight into the heels and start to move the hips back as you reach the fingertips forward and lift up into chair pose. Squeeze the legs, look down at the knees, make sure they're not falling in or out. Keep squeezing the butt, keep squeezing the legs, pull the belly in, relax through the shoulders, reach up, hold your chairs. Big breath in, stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Sun salutations. Come back to your intentions. Remember why we're here, why we're taking the time to practice. Take an inhale, extend your arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, come into your forward fold. Moving into monkey or your flat back on the inhale, lift. As you exhale all the air out, keep the air out and step the right foot back. You can rest the knee down if you need to. Inhale, upper body and arms lift, high lunge. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Exhale into your chaturangas. Inhale into your up dogs or cobras. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold the air out. Step the right foot forward to the right hand. Inhale, arms up, high lunge. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, step forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, stand tall, rise up. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale all the air out, fold. Step the left foot back. Lunge pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale into your downward dog. Inhale into plank, modify as you need. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps forward, lunge. Inhale, upper body, arms lift. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Bring the right foot forward, fold. Inhale, root down strongly through the legs and feet, rise up tall. Exhale, descend into your chairs. Let's keep going. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. We're gonna add in a twist on the way back. Right foot steps back, lunge. Make sure you're taking big steps. Arms up. Downward dog. Plank. Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha. Now bring the right leg up as soon as you sweep up into downward dog. Step the right foot forward. This is where the left hand will stay down. And we lift the right arm up for the twist. Right fingertips to the floor, step forward with the left foot, move into your forward fold. Rise up, stand tall. Chair. Inhale up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Left foot steps back, way back. Come on up. Right hip is moving back. Downward facing dog. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Take your up dog or your cobra. Downward dog, left leg lifts is right away. Left foot to left hand, right hand stays down. Left arm is moving up for your twist. Plant the left hand to the floor. Step your right foot forward into your fold. Rise up. Take a chair. Rise all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. Pause here for a moment. You can place the hands, plug the thumbs onto the heart center. Feel your heartbeat, feel the breath. Slow your breath down. Take a big breath in through the nose, hold it. Exhale through the nose, hold. Take a big breath in through the nose, hold. Exhale, hold. Take a big breath in, hold. Big breath out, hold. One more time, big breath in, hold. Big breath out, hold. Inhale, arms reach around and up. Interlace your fingers, all of them, and turn the palms to face up. And I'll bring the arms slightly forward. Take an inhale here, and exhale. Just pull yourself over to the right just for a little bit. Come back up to center, and then over to the other side. Good. Come back up to center. Bring your hands back to the heart in prayer. Shift your weight into your left foot, moving into tree pose. Bring the right knee up. Open up the right knee to your right and place the foot either on your calf or on your inner left thigh. The choice is absolutely yours. Wherever you are at with your tree, make sure that your hips and pelvis are level. You can take the hands to the top of the hips and check that out. Make sure you haven't dropped the right hip or raise it up too high just to get the leg to the inner thigh. Once you've got that, bring your hands back to prayer, and then you're going to move them into goalpost arms. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, twist to your left. Keep the hips and pelvis facing me. Keep the right knee moving out to your right. Pause here. Take a big breath in your twisted tree. Big breath out. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to prayer. Move the right knee back to the front, but don't put the leg down. Bend your left knee. You're moving into warrior three. Take an inhale, start to roll the pelvis over the top of the thigh bone. And exhale, shoot the right leg out behind you. Left knee stays bent, draw the left hip back, roll the right thigh inward, or push the right foot strongly to the back of the mat. Crown is moving forward, suck the belly and ribs in. Hold your warrior three. Press the palms into each other, relax to the shoulders and the neck and the jaw. Bend the left knee even more, like you're moving into a deep squat. Rest the right toes way to the back of your mat. I want you to get into the deepest lunge you can do here and still maintain good alignment and integrity of the muscles in the body. Once you've got that, the left hip is moving back and you're hugging the inner thighs into the midline. Release your bind at the heart up for your crescent or your high lunge. Lift the right inner thigh up and see if you can get the right heel perpendicular to the floor. Hold it here. Squeeze everything. Energy is extending from the fingertips and the top of your head up to the sky. And you're grounding down strongly into the earth. Take one more inhale in your high lunge. Exhale, drop your back heel for warrior two. Okay, it was like, Genty, are you frozen? And we lost Rowena. Keep holding your warrior twos. We're moving into side angle, but I don't want you to change anything from the waist down, okay? So from warrior two, all you're gonna do is take the left forearm to the left thigh. I want you to sweep the right arm around. Really, really, really reach to your maximum here. Then draw the arm bone in, and as you do, open up the chest to the long side of your mat. Arm alongside your ear. Normally I would tell you to hold yourself up in this posture, but for today I want you to try pressing your forearm down into that thigh and lifting yourself up and holding yourself there. Left rib cage is moving forward as the right rolls back. Push down into the feet, squeeze the inner thighs in towards each other. Left hip is moving under you. So if it's sticking out, draw it under you. Inhale through warrior two. Exhale, straighten out the left knee, reverse your triangle. Left arm is moving up, palm is facing down on that left arm. And you can look up towards the ceiling if that feels okay in your neck. Bend the left knee just a smidge though, and really focus on pulling the kneecap up. So squeeze the front of the thighs on both legs. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, exhale. Exhale your hands down to the mat. Come into that low lunge. Come back to that low lunge with a twist. So plant the right hand. Inhale, reach the left arm out in front of you. Exhale, open up into the twist. And this time I want you to see if you can lean back with that twist. So a little bit more weight into the right side and keep pressing the left hand back to open up the chest a little bit up towards the ceiling. But be mindful of the left hip and knee. Try not to let it fall out. Keep it hugging in. Last inhale and exhale here. And then plant the left hand and step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, take up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come up high into the balls of your feet. Bend your knees. Lift your gaze to your thumbs. Jump or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Shift your weight into the right leg. Move the left knee up in front of you and then open it out to your left. So choosing to place the foot on the calf or the inner thigh. Sorry guys, the left AirPod is not hanging out in my ear properly, so I'm having a little bit of difficulty hearing myself. But as long as you can still hear me, thumbs up. Everyone can still hear me? Okay, good. So move your arms into your goalpost. Take your inhale, and now exhale, twist to your right. Whoop. Keep pushing the foot into the thigh, thigh back into the foot. Keep the left knee moving to the left as you draw the right shoulder blade back and twist to your right. Hold it here. On your next inhale, make your way back to center. Exhale, hands to heart, move the left knee to the front. So bend the right knee. just about a half of a squat, if you will, and move into your warrior three. The minute you start to extend through your left knee, that leg is charged up. It's not limp. You're squeezing the muscles to the bone like crazy. Bend the right knee more and keep pushing the foot behind you as you draw the crown of your head away from the center. Draw the right hip back, turn the left thigh in, bend the right knee even more, and reach way to the back of your mat. Make sure you're at hips distance. Right hip is drawing back, left hip is moving forward. Extend the arms up for your high lunge. Lift the left inner thigh up. So really pick it up. Yep, Amy, watch your knee on the front leg. Make sure it stays in line with the hips. So if it's dropping into the midline, just ease it out to the right a little bit. Get ready to move into your warrior two from here. Big breath in, drop the back heel as you exhale, open up into your warrior twos. As I've shared with you before, you can choose the front heel to back arch or both heels line up for your warrior two. Take an inhale and exhale, right forearm to right thigh. Sweep the left arm around in front of you. And as you do, the torso is going to move with that arm. It's going to face down towards the mat. Reach the arm way, 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 way out, and then roll the left shoulder onto the right as you open up your chest to the long side of your mat. Press down. So draw the right shoulder blade back. And as you slide it down, press that forearm down into the thigh and press the thigh back into the forearm. Left arm is alongside the ear. Right rib cage is moving forward. And if it's okay for your neck, look up towards the left fingertips. Draw the right hip underneath you. So if it's sticking out behind you, you're going to draw it forward and under. So if I were to look at you, and I'm going to look at you now, unless you have a really big badangadunk, it should not be sticking out behind you. Yeah? Good. Get ready to move into your reverse triangle. So inhale, pass through your warrior two, straighten out the right leg, exhale, reverse, right shoulder, keep it away from the air, squeeze. Think about lifting or suction cupping the feet to the floor. So really ground, from the ground up, just pull that energy up into the pelvis, travels through the core all the way through the fingertips and the top of the head. Inhale, warrior two, exhale, low lunge. Make any adjustments you need to. Take the right arm out in front of you as you inhale and exhale, open up into the twist. And this is where you're gonna open up a little bit more. So start to reach the back of the right arm away from you. And you're following the thumb and you're opening up the chest towards the sky. So going a little bit further than where you would normally go. So you're leaning into that arm and that back foot. Take an inhale, come back through center, plant the hand, and exhale into downward facing dog. You have the choice to take your vinyasa or rest. Up to you. If you're going to flow, find your plank. Lower into your chaturanga. Take your bhujangasana or your urdhva mukha, and now exhale into adho mukha, downward facing dog. Take 3 inhales and exhales here, or a sip of water. The choice is yours. Big breath in, hold, big breath out, hold. Big breath in, hold, big breath out, hold. Last one, big breath in, hold it, big breath out, hold. Starting off with three-legged dog, moving into tiger curls. So we're gonna bring the knee to the right tricep. Inhale, bring the right leg up again. Exhale, bring the knee to the left tricep. And you can twist the body. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, you can twist the body, bring the knee across, tap the right tricep or elbow, back up. Two more. Knee to right tricep. Knee to left. Come back up to three-legged dog. And I'll step the right foot to the right hand. I love lunges. Come on up to another lunge. But I won't keep you in it forever because we have other lunges to do. So once you're in your high lunge and you're happy with your footing, your placement, looks good to me from what I can see, drop your back heel, find your warrior two. I want you to consider the idea of challenging yourself in your practice today and see if you can work yourself to a deeper warrior two than you're accustomed. Just see how it feels. If it doesn't feel right, then come back to where you're accustomed or more comfortable. Or at the very least can maintain proper alignment and integrity of the muscular integration. Now we're just gonna move into a regular triangle. Straighten out your right knee. And I'll move into. So I'm literally pulling my foot and drawing myself into this triangular shape. I want you to take the arm to the inside because then you can use that arm to help you open up the chest a little bit more to the long side of the mat. And you're energetically reaching the fingertips up as you're reaching through the crown of your head. Good. Ooh, these triangles look really good. Nice job, ladies. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that Carrie and Debbie are also rocking their triangles. Because I'm sure you are. So listen to me carefully. From here, you're gonna go into Skandasana, side lunge. So from triangle, you're lifting yourself back up. Bring the hands to the heart, lift up the right toes. As you hinge at the hips, the weight is going into the back, the heels, and you're gonna sit back into your side lunge. Get as low as you can go. If you wanna prop up, you can prop up, but make sure you're holding yourself up and you're not just chilling here. But the heart is not coming forward so much. I want you to keep lifting the heart up. So I'm gonna turn sideways. I want you to keep lifting the heart up as the hips are moving back. If you think of a squat, you're kind of doing a squat here. So that left leg is feeling this, but you're getting the stretch on the right leg, right inner thigh. See, so I don't want you here. I want you to lift up and sink the hips back. Got it? Keep the right toes facing up as much as you can. So the left toes may turn out a little bit, that's okay. Make sure the knee's following it. From here, we're moving back to the front of the mat, but we're coming into a low lunge. So take an inhale, lift up. So you're straightening the left knee, bending the right. Turn to the front of your mat, release the fingertips to the floor, pick up the left heel. So now we've got a fun flow thing to do here. You're gonna take the right arm out in front of you, straighten out the right knee, and open up, sweep the arm around. When the right arm comes to the front of you again, bend the right knee. Got it? As you exhale, you're opening up, straightening out the right knee. Draw the right hip back. So it's like pyramid long stance, circling into a low twisted lunge. Let's do one more. Open up, straighten out the front knee, push the left heel down. Come back. I lied. Let's do one more. Let's do 4. Open up. Whew. Come back to center now. Step the right foot back. Take your vinyasa or rest. Second side. Find your downward facing dogs, your Adho Mukha. Left leg lifts, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, left leg lifts, left knee to right tricep or elbow. Remember, you can twist the body around to get that. Left leg lifts, left knee, left tricep. Left leg lifts, twist the body, tap. One more here on this side. Last one with the left knee to the right. Back up. And I'll step the left foot to the left hand. Come on up into the lunge. Good. Big breath in. Exhale. Drop the back heel. Open up into your warrior twos. Watch your front knee there, Amy. Make sure it's staying over the heel or just behind. So either, so you want to make sure it's not doing this or that. It's right in the center. And also the right knee can either be here or here in this particular posture. Okay. Move into triangle pose, straighten out the left knee, any teeny tiny bend, especially if you have a tendency to hyperextend through your knees. Left arm to the inside, use that arm, give you a little bit of leverage to get the left rib cage moving forward. And there's a bit of a lean back here in your triangle pose. So I often like to say, imagine you're against the wall and you want to lean the upper body. So Tommaso, lean your upper body back towards it looks like a banister behind you. Don't open up the arm, but more the upper body. Bring the arm forward towards the door. Yep, and now move the upper body in the back of the head. So lean back. And draw the left hip underneath you more, if you can. Teeny tiny bit of a back bend, just a smidge. Get ready to move into your Skandasa, ladies and honorary gent. So you can bend the left knee, bring the hands to prayer. Start to lift up the left toes as you bend the right knee, shift the weight. So the weight is going back, heart is moving up and forward. So you really want to feel that inner thigh stretch in the left leg. So pull that heel to the midline. Press the palms in, hold it, suck the belly in, ribs in. See if you can go a little bit lower, challenge yourself here. Maybe you can go all the way down, maybe you can, see what's available. One more inhale, last exhale here. Inhale, push yourself back to the front of the mat, get ready to come into our circling pyramid long stance twisted lunge. I need to find out how to say that in Sanskrit, that would be a mouthful. Take an inhale, left arm moves out in front of you. Remember, as you exhale, you're going to straighten out your left knee and you're drawing the left hip back. Open up to the inside of that same left side. Sweep the arm around. As the arm makes its way past the hip to the front, bend the left knee again. Inhale, open up, straighten up. Can you guys see me okay with that? Do you want me to, are you good? More or less? You're doing 4 of these. Good, once you've done the 4, plant the left hand, step the left foot back, take your vinyasa or rest. Five inhales and exhales here. Big breath in, hold, big breath out, pause. Big breath in, hold, big breath out, pause. Big breath in, hold, big breath out, pause. Big breath in. Hold it. Big breath out. One more. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, right leg lifts. Step your right foot to the top of your mat. I don't want you to have a big, ridiculous stance there, not too big. Come on up. Hands are gonna come to the heart. So you're gonna hop your left foot in. And when you do, I want you to maintain hips distance. You're at hips distance now for your lunge. Do not change that. So when you hop your left foot in and you drop the heel down, you are still at hips distance. You're dropping the heel down, but you're going to turn the toes slightly out. It's not even a proper 45-degree angle, just about. Whatever you do, I want you to make sure this stays as is. Hips pointing forward like two headlights. That doesn't change. This knee not falling in, it is moving out to stay in line with the hip and your second toe on that same side. So we're moving into a twisted triangle with a prayer, okay? So the right hip is drawing back, left hip is moving forward. Take your right hand to the right hip crease. Left arm is gonna come up. We're gonna stop halfway in pyramid, but we're not straightening out the right knee. Okay, that's gonna stay bent. So you're taking an inhale. If any of you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this on there yesterday. You're taking an inhale and lengthening out of the hips, the waist, the pelvis, everything. And as you exhale, push down into the feet. Hips are gonna move back and you're reaching that left hand out in front of you. So the upper body is parallel to the earth. Okay, that's the first part. So you're not in an angle, you're moving yourself to parallel, just about. Okay, take another inhale, grow a little bit longer, draw the right hip back. Now as you exhale, bend your left elbow and cross it, bring it across the body and hook the elbow to the outside of your right knee. Once you get that in place, release the hand from the hip and bring the palms together in prayer. The right elbow's moving up, draw the right shoulder blade back, slide it down, and as you do, move the head forward even more. Take an inhale, nice long spine. As you exhale, straighten out the right knee, draw the right hip back, and move into your twist. Remember that left hip, that right hip needs to keep moving back to keep the hips and pelvis long and square. Watch the front knee, Amy, push it out to the baby toe side edge of your foot. Don't let it drop into the midline. So resist. Take a big breath in, slowly unwind. Bend your right knee, come back to center into that warrior one position. Pick up the back heel, toes are facing forward all the way. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant your hands and step back into downward facing dog. Rest or flow. Second side, left leg lifts, left foot to left hand. Once you get up, or once you get into the position you're happy with the placement, come on up, hop the right foot in, drop the heel, make sure you've got your hips distance. Left hand to left hip, right arm lifts up. So this left hip is drawing back, okay? Big breath in, lengthen, exhale, hinge. You can even use this hand here to help keep that hip in place. So really hold it and pull it back as you reach forward. Pause. Take an inhale, lengthen, exhale, bend the elbow, cross it, hook it on the outside of the knee. If you need to bend it a little bit more to facilitate getting that connection, do that. Hands together, elbow high on the left side, draw the left shoulder blade back. Inhale, nice long spine. As you exhale, straighten out the left knee, draw the left hip back. Use that connection of the elbow to the side to help you extend a little bit more through the crown of your head and open up your chest to the inside of your left inner thigh. Don't try to look at me, you're gonna fall. Stay where you are. Nice, guys. Woo, Deborah, look at you. Nice work, everyone. Don't move. Don't try to look. Take an inhale, bend the left knee and slowly unwind back to center. Exhale, lift yourself up. Good. Reach the arms up. Plant the palms, step back. Last vinyasa, I promise. Once you've completed your vinyasa, you're coming forward into a plank, resting your knees on the floor. And you're going to take a moment here in child's pose, just a moment. If you want to have a sip of water while you're there, you can. Slowing the breath down again. And take this moment to come back to your intention. Reevaluate, see where you are in relation to your intention. And if there's anything you need to do so that you can reconnect, take a moment and do that now. We're nearly there, guys. One more inhale and exhale here in your child's pose, Balasana. Take an inhale and slowly start to roll up. Let your head be the last. And exhale, pause. We're going into Ustrasana, camel pose. And you can choose to take this as far as you want, depending on how your body responds, specifically your lower back. So if you have back problems, I want you to take it easy. If you don't have any back issues and you're comfortable with back bending, you can go to the fullest expression of it. But for now, we're gonna start and keep it simple. So you're coming up onto the shins and you're going to tuck your toes under. When you do, I know the baby toes may not be able to reach the ground without the heels dropping out to the side. So don't worry about that. Just try to keep the heels pointing up, okay? Take the hands to the lower back and then slide them down so they're on either side of the sacrum, like right here by your two SI joints, okay? So this is where we're going to start. You're really hugging into the midline, so you're squeezing the inner thighs into each other, and you're relaxing through the shoulders. You're not pinching the shoulder blades together. And you're also toning the glutes. The back body needs to be strong and full to support you in this back bend. On the inhale, you're going to start to lift the chest up. I like to think about moving from the pubic bone. So you're lifting from the pubic bone up. So rather than thinking of leaning back and going back into the back bend, I want you to think more about this lifting up sensation to the ceiling. So you're taking an inhale and lifting up. And as you exhale, you're reaching the crown of the head to the heels, if you will, or to the wall behind you, or whatever is behind you. Now pause where you are, take a moment and check in with your body and what you're feeling. Are the legs still strong? Are you pushing down through the knees and the pelvis into the earth as you lift up out of the pelvis? And then can you swallow in the position you're at right now? You want to be able to swallow. Take another big breath in. Exhale, knee, heel, oh my God, what do you call that part? Chin to chest, lift up and release. We're gonna try another variation here. So I want you to bring your hands into this position here. All the fingertips are gonna touch. They're gonna try to bend each finger, including the thumb, okay? So what we're gonna do is, I think on Wednesday evening, Patrice and Deborah, we played with this idea of counterbalancing when we were in the squat, the chair pose, and the elbows are moving forward and we were protracting as we sat back into the chair. So we're gonna do a similar thing here. The only difference is as the hands move away, so you're gonna take your inhale, These are going to move this way as you lift up to move into your camel. Does that make sense? So as you're leaning back or lifting up to bring the heart up to the ceiling, the hands are going to support you. They're going to reach away. So as if someone is holding you here and lifting you up as you go into your back bend. Yep. So you're lifting the chest up. The arms aren't coming up above the head. The arms are reaching away from you as you lift up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, pull the belly in. Lift yourself back up and release. Nice. Beautiful. Good. And sit back on the heels if that's okay for your knees. Otherwise, you can bring the legs out in front of you. I want you to remember how that felt because I want to ask you after class. Take a moment. Legs out in front. Just give the legs a teeny tiny little shake. You can keep the knees bent as well. In fact, this might feel really good now, your windshield wipers. So from here, we're moving into Dandasana, staff pose, into a twist. And whatever else might pop into my mind. Oh, somewhere in between there, there's some fun with both pose, Navasana. And Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Good. Come to stillness. Come into your staff pose, legs out in front. Check in with the sitting bones. Make sure they're grounded and rooted. Legs at hips distance. Toes and knees point up. So essentially, you're trying to keep your nice long neutral spine. If you feel gripping or any tightness in your hip flexors, bend your knees. Okay. Hopefully we stretch them all out so everything should be good. But just in case, you can go ahead and do that or elevate your hips on your block or pillow. So squeeze the leg muscles, flex the ankles, spread your toes, press the palms down. The hands are going to be on the side of the body and you're sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders away from ears to draw them back and down, stand and sit tall rather. Hold it here. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale, let it go. Keep the left leg Dandasana. Bend the right knee. You're going to take the left hand to the right knee, bring the right hand behind you. Don't twist yet. Okay, the twist is going to come after. I'm just scooching forward because my hands are too close to the wall. So if having the heel in really close to the bum is making it difficult to sit up tall, just move the foot a little bit further away. Take an inhale. Feel the extension happen in the spine naturally. Maintain that. And then exhale, draw the belly in. So you're moving from below the belly button to come into this twist. So think about moving from the bottom up. So the head will be the absolute last thing to turn in the twist. And you're only turning the head as far as it feels comfortable in your neck. So you're not trying to stack the chin over the shoulder. Don't forget your Dandasana left leg. Inhale to center. Exhale to release. Dandasana right leg, bend your left knee. Left hand behind you, right hand to the outer left knee. Take an inhale, exhale. Inhale to center, belly, ribs, chest, neck, head. Exhale, release. So bringing the soles of your feet together, heels close to the groin for butterfly or Baddha Konasana. I'm actually going to elevate my hips on this because the forward fold is not really there without it. So if you find that's the case for you, go ahead and elevate the hips. So as with all forward folds, you are not rounding the spine. You're trying to keep a nice long spine as you would in your child's pose balasana. So soles of feet together, heels close to the groin. You're in a double prayer. So the hands are coming over the tops of the feet. Elbows are moving outwards, and they're going to help you get the heels a little bit, the knees a little bit further down to the floor. But don't focus so much on that. I want you to think more about the breath and keeping a nice long spine. So take your inhale. You're sitting up tall, just as you were in your Dandasana. Exhale, you're hinging at the hips to fold. So inhale, exhale, hinge, and fold. Press the feet down into the mat. Push the knees down. Squeezing the glutes is going to help you get a little bit more opening there. Check in with the shoulders. Make sure they're away from the ears. Take an inhale. See if you can grow a little longer in the spine. Maintain that fullness and that length. And exhale, hinge a little bit further. I'm shifting my bind to my hands to my ankles. And I'm pushing down a little bit more. And just keeping the shoulders away from my ears. Try that too if you want to. Hands to ankles, elbows are pushing knees down. And pause, just hold it here and breathe. On your next in-breath, you're going to slowly lift up. And exhale to release. Good. So I mentioned some fun with Navasana, boat pose. So basically, what we're going to try to do here is we're going to come into boat and we're going to roll onto one butt cheek. So we're on a side, okay? You're going to go out and in, out and in, out and in for 8. Come back onto both butt cheeks, roll onto the other butt cheek and do 8 again. Now, if it's too much to have the feet off, roll onto one side, keep the legs together, and just lower the upper body and pull yourself back up. As long as you're leaning to the side, okay? So that's the modification. Feet can stay down, squeeze the legs together, lean back and up, okay? You come back to center, roll onto the outer butt cheek, not on the hip bone, but on that meaty part of the bum, lean back and in. 8 and 8. Once you've done 8 on both sides, make sure you do. Or some semblance of it. It does take some getting used to. It's kind of awkward, but it's also kind of fun. Let's call it boat pose on crack. Or crooked boat pose, let's call it that. Once you've done them, come back to center. Take another butterfly just for a spell. Heels close to groin. Big breath in. Exhale, fold. Remember, you're not focusing on rounding the spine here. You're trying to keep the spine long. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Go ahead and make your way onto your back. Resist the urge to draw your knees into your chest. We're going into Setu Bandha, bridge pose. So once you're on your back and your feet at hips distance, I want you to bend the elbows, spread the fingers, and plug your triceps down into the mat, okay? And equally, press the feet strongly down into the mat as well. Okay, so I want you to think about lifting your heart up and then let the hips follow. So take an inhale, start to lift the heart up, press down into the triceps, lift the bum up. Exhale, hold it here. Remember, once you lifted the bum, the head does not move. There's nothing to see, so just keep the gaze up to the ceiling, or better yet, close your eyes. I want you to connect to the body and notice whether there's anything funky happening that you need to fix. Are the knees falling out to the side? Sense where your knees are in space. Sense where your feet are in relation to your knees. Are your toes turning outward? If you want to take this into a deeper back bend, you can wrap the shoulders, so you extend to your elbows, wrap the shoulders underneath you and move them down towards the heels to deepen your back bend. Or if you want to go to the fullest back bend possible, take it into wheel. The choice is yours. If you're happy where you are, stay where you are. You're going to be there for 2 more full inhales and exhales. And then on the last one, I want you to bring your bum down just enough, but you're not going to let it touch the floor. You're going to let the butt hover. So the butt is hovering. You're going to swish the butt over to your left to drop yourself onto your right hip. And then let the knees follow. This time, however, I want you to take the right foot and rest it on top of the left outer thigh. And then you can look to the right. Arms can come above the head. Yeah, let the knees come all the way over, gently. So scooch your, yeah, there you go. It's a slightly different twist, just a little bit different. Right, Tommaso, you got it. Good. So you're slowing the breath way down here. On your next inhale, slowly come back to center. Come back in the middle. Lift the booty up. Swish the hips over to the right. Lower yourself onto your left hip. Let the knees fall to the left and then take the left foot on top of the outer right. And move into your twist. If you feel any discomfort other than a stretch here, adjust. And by that, you can just come back to a regular twist, or maybe you come out of the twist altogether. The right shoulder blade is off the mat. You can grab your towel or your block and wedge it underneath there so you have support. You're going to stay in this twist for 2 more inhales and exhales. And after the last one, you'll just make your way back to center. Move slowly, move carefully. There's no rush. And once you're finished the breath and you're back into center, we're just going to take it into a variation of happy baby. And all you're going to do is first bring the knees into the chest, take the hands to the back of the thighs, and just bring the knees on either side of the torso and just gently pull the knees down. No need to really flex the ankles and make it too energetic. You can do the playful rocking from side to side here if you like. If your lower back is pressing into the mat as you're in your happy baby, I want you to start to move the sitting bones towards me so you feel your sacrum get heavy and your lower back lift. And then you're going to rock along the sacrum. That flat part below the lower back. And then come to stillness. Bring your feet down to the floor. Move the right foot to the right corner of your mat, left to the left. Straighten your legs all the way out. Feet are heavy and floppy. Legs are heavy and floppy. Arms can come away from the body, palms facing up. You are now in corpse pose, Shavasana, also known as final relaxation. Let's take a moment here. Take a full breath in and a full breath out, just letting go of anything that may have come up during your practice. If you weren't able to focus on your intention, that's okay. Give yourself a break. And place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your left hand. Let's take a big breath in from the belly all the way up to the heart. Hold the breath and then exhale fully. You can choose to keep your hands here, staying connected to yourself for your Shavasana, or come back with the arms along the side of your body. Just continue to relax. Breathe deeply for the next few minutes. Once again, becoming aware of your surroundings, becoming aware of your body on your mat. Once again, finding movement in the body. You can choose to move your legs, move your feet, move your fingers, your toes, maybe even move your head a little bit from side to side. Just finding movement in whatever way feels really good for you right now. And then you can draw your knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze, release your feet to the floor, and then roll onto your side and pause there for a moment. And then you can make your way up and come into a comfortable seated position, bringing your hands to your heart. I want to thank you all so much for sharing your energy with me this morning and trusting me to guide you through your practice today. Be free, be true, and always be you. Namaste. Thank you very much, ladies and honorary gent. If you have any comments, actually, I wanted to ask you the camel pose, the second version we did. If you have any comments, you can turn on your mic and let me know. If you have any comments in general, you can turn on your mic and let me know.
Were you playing music, Jen?
Or you can just say goodbye.
Were you playing?
We're good?
Were you playing music? Can you hear me?
Who's talking?
Great.
Yes. What's that?
Were you playing music?
Yeah.
I didn't hear any.
Can you hear it?
No.
Me and my selfish music.
Just for you. Just for you.
I had a pose. Just. I gotta work. Okay, listen. I'm gonna turn it up. Can you hear it now?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
You
Yeah.
can still hear me okay?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I wasn't, because to be honest with you, I thought that if I had it too loud, you wouldn't be able to hear me.
No, we hear you.
Okay, I won't play selfish music next time. That was your only issue, huh? No music.
No music.
Okay, I'll work on that.
The adjusted camel was good. I felt it opening up on the back side of my body, so that felt really good.
Okay, good. Yeah. That counterbalancing, it kind of gives you a little, because you're holding yourself up. What about you, Tomasa? I know you're not huge on this whole back bend life. How did it feel for you?
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I felt it after we came out of it. So yes, you can feel that you're holding yourself up.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear after we were in Shavasana when you were coming out of it. I couldn't hear you well, so that was the only time I couldn't hear you well. So I'm not sure.
Oh, I probably wasn't saying much. I was probably talking too soft.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that was my only feedback. But it was
Okay.
very good. Thank you very much.
You're
First
welcome.
very long time. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, Jen.
I know, it's been a long time. Well, if you don't have any other comments,
Thank
I'll
you.
see you. You're welcome. I'll see you next week.
Good. See you.
Yeah. Have a good weekend and stay safe and stay home.
Yes, definitely.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye.
See you, Carrie. Thanks for coming. Good night. I can't see you.